Guys, what I am about to discuss in this video might be one of the most powerful concepts and processes for you to understand in order to build a multiple 6 and 7 figure agency. I don't often talk about having a 7-figure agency on this YouTube channel, but honestly, this concept will get you to as I say, multiple 6 figures and 7 figures with your agency, and it can be applied from everything from copywriting to funnel building to sales. And in this video, I'm going to be talking in the context of sales, but as I say, it can be utilized for almost every single kind of sales funnel, sales process, whether it be copywriting, funnels, etc. As I mentioned, it can be utilized in all these areas, but in this video, I'm going to be talking in the context of sales. And honestly, like, this is going to have a noticeable increase in your conversion rates from all areas of your agency. So if you do enjoy this video, which I know you're going to, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And honestly, ensure that you have a notepad and pen for this video because it's going to be a big game changer in your agency. I'm going to start off with a concept that's very, very kind of generic. It's very cliche, but at the end of the video, it's all going to make sense and everything's going to tie in. So make sure that you stick to the very end because it's only at that point that everything's actually truly going to make sense. So the first concept, the very cliche concept that I want to make sure that I cover is the fact that people do not buy features. They don't buy a thing, right? They don't buy whatever you're physically selling. They buy the outcome. They buy the desired outcome that thing, that feature, that product will deliver. So, all right. So I know you probably heard this before, and it's something that you need to just make sure that you keep in the back of your mind, right? They do not buy features. They don't buy a singular product like this water bottle, right? They don't buy this water bottle. They buy what this water bottle's desired outcome would be. Right? Just keep that in mind, okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, as I say, I'm going to be talking in the context of agency sales, right? SMMA sales, discovery calls, sales calls, whatever you want to call them, demo calls, whatever you want to call them. In a demo call, in a sales call, discovery call, I see this happen far too many times. People focus on specific features of their service. Okay, so they focus on, oh look, Google Ads is honestly the best. We can do keyword targeting that makes us get more clicks. Look, YouTube ads, I mean, everybody on YouTube is sat down willing to watch a 10-minute video. So a 5-minute ad is the perfect place to put this. You know, a 5-minute video ad is the perfect place to put this because you get the most watch views and this and this. Or Instagram ads is perfect for swipe up stories because there's no friction there. Or Facebook ads is the best because the AI is so perfect. All this different type of stuff, okay? Which is good, but far too many people put a focus on that and nothing else. Now, that section needs to be covered, but let's say the sales process is here. A lot of people cover that, like, you know, the sales process is here. A lot of people spend their time, spend like, say, this much time. So not the whole entire meeting, but a good chunk of the meeting, they spend that time on those things, right? And so what I'm saying is that those things are important, but instead of the meeting's this, instead of spending this much time, just spend this much time on it, right? And so what do you do here? Well, this is the point of this video. So people do not buy features, they buy outcomes, they buy desired states, okay? So one person right now is in a state, right? And this is what you need to understand about your ideal customer, right? We bang, or at least at Bax Consulting, we bang on to our clients about who is your ideal customer so we can cover that in the copywriting, so we can call out our client's ideal customer in the copywriting that we create. And we always do because our CTRs are crazy high, right? If we have a client that's below a 2% CTR, we're not happy. We don't like it. Right now, we've got no clients. Every single client's above a 2% CTR. And if you know anything about Facebook ads, 2+ CTR is crazy good. So a lot of agency owners ask their clients, who's your ideal customer? This, and this. But a lot of agency owners forget who their ideal customer is, who their ideal client is in our situation. And so you need to understand who your ideal client is. The reason being is because you need to understand state 1, right? Where they're currently at. And you need to understand state 2, their desired outcome. Where do they want to get to? And the reason that I say that this can be applied to, you know, sales, to funnels, to copywriting is because the same structure applies for those medians, right? It doesn't really matter what median. The only thing different with a sales call and copywriting is that one's spoken and one's written. Okay, like literally. Now for e-commerce brands, it's slightly different, obviously, but I'm talking here for high ticket products. Okay, and this is actually something that I cover in my higher level program for those agency owners and those consultants who are at 6 and multiple six figures with their business, and they want to scale to high 6 figures and 7 figures. This is actually something that I go through with them because it's so important. Okay, so for there's a couple people from the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program, which is basically the program that gets people from 0 to 6 and multiple six figures with their agency, right? We churn 6-figure agency owners out consistently, and so then those people then migrate to the high level program, which is where we go through all this other stuff like VSLs and whatnot. And now VSLs is actually something I want to touch on, right? Video sales letters. Now this is how you basically take your agency to 7 figures. Okay, so you drive traffic to that VSL, and so this process that I'm talking about, the copy that we use for the advertisements, right, on Facebook and Instagram ads and whatnot, that copy is structured in a certain way. That ad sends traffic to a landing page, right, and then they opt in and watch the VSL. Again, concepts that I cover with my high level students in the high level program that I offer. But the structure of the copy, the structure of the VSL itself is the same. And the reason being is because people don't buy the features, they buy the desired outcomes. So you need to understand state one. Where are they currently at? Where is your ideal client at? On this channel, we talk a lot about e-commerce, right? E-commerce SMMA. I've currently got an e-commerce SMMA. All my students have e-commerce SMMA. It's what I teach because it's what I know. But it doesn't matter if you're in the e-com niche, if you're in the real estate niche, if you're in the restaurant niche, it doesn't matter. You need to understand exactly what your client's current state is. Where are they at? What do they hate about where they at? What are they trying to do? What are their pains? What are their fears about getting to the next level? What's stopping them from getting to the next level? Because trust me guys, all your clients, all your ideal customers will have those same pains, okay? And so the reason people buy your product is because they want to go from that state and they want to get to a desired state. They want to get to state 2. And so that state 2, you need to understand what that is as well, so you can get them there, right? If you go to the airport and you don't have a ticket and you don't know where you're going, then you could end up anywhere in the world, right? Not right now because of what's going on, but you know what I mean. You need to have a destination in mind so that you can actually get to that destination. It's the same thing here, right? There's no point having state 1, understanding that, and then just aimlessly going anywhere, right? You need to have a state 2 to get them there. And there is the state 2, and you need to understand that. So basically now in your sales calls, you can articulate that state 1, right? You can articulate exactly where they're at. You can understand where they're at. And then you can understand where they want to get to. Now, again, it's slightly cliche, but you really need to understand this, right? It's slightly cliche. There's the gap. There's how did they get from state 1 to state 2? Well, this is where your product comes in. This is where your service comes in. This is where you as an agency owner come in for your clients. Every single time you sign on a client, they are not buying your service because you know how to do targeting better. They are not buying your service because you use CBO over ABO in Facebook ads. They are not buying your service because you run Google ads over Facebook ads. They're not doing it, right? They're not buying it because of that. They're buying your service because they truly believe that what you have to offer, your service, what you have to offer, will take them to, from where they're at right now, state 1, that what you have to offer will take them to state 2, will take them to their desired state. That is exactly the reason why they buy your offer, why they buy your service. Now, the reason I say that, talking about features, talking about what your product does, etc., the reason I say that you want to still mention it, just a small section of the sales call you want to talk about it, is because yes, people buy the state 2, right? People buy the fact that you'll be able to take them there. Also, they need to understand that your product actually will take them there, right? They need to know it. They need to be certain within themselves. They need to be like, yes, this is it. They need to be certain in the fact that you will get them to that point, right? You can talk about it. You'd be like, yeah, look, we'll get you there. We'll get you there. They're not gonna truly know. They're not gonna truly feel. They're not gonna be certain about that, right? So you do need to back it up slightly. You need to say, look, we will get you there because X, Y, and Z. That's where you can start to talk a little bit about the features, right? A little bit, not too much, just a little bit, because that will then make them see firsthand, like, okay, yes, this is it. This is what I need. If they don't feel like that, yes, this is it. then they won't buy, okay? Because they're not gonna buy something that they don't really believe in. No matter how much you touch on that second state, and no matter how much you touch on the fact that, look, we will get you there, it doesn't matter. If they don't believe it in themselves, they won't buy. And so by you talking about the features, that will fuel them and will make them believe in the fact that you can get them to that second state. You need to make them believe that you and your agency and your team and your service will get them to that point. Whether you do that by talking about features, okay? Now, something else that you need to understand as well is the fact that the prospect, the client, needs to understand and truly believe in it, and they actually need to see that it actually works. Because anybody can say that something works, right? I could say that by you lifting this water bottle, again using my water bottle, by you lifting this water bottle, you will get the biggest biceps in the world. I can say that, right? I can tell you that, but you don't believe in it because I haven't shown you the features that enable you to get the biggest biceps in the world. So that's where you talk about the features of your service, right? That's where you talk about a bit more of the technicalities. And then you need to show proof that it actually works. Now, something that I do want to touch on. When I talk about the fact that you need to show proof that it actually works, I'm talking slightly higher level in this video about how to get to multiple six figures with your agency and then seven figures. As I say, these are concepts that I heavily cover in my higher level program because it is for those high level agency owners or consultants or coaches or whatever it is, right? It is for those high level because we talk about building VSLs and sales funnels and, you know, Facebook ads for your own agency and consulting, you know, Facebook ads for consultants and all these different types of stuff. So it is slightly higher level. Now, I have actually got a video coming out this week. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this video, but I basically go through how you can sign clients on board without case studies. The reason that I talk about that is because you can do it very, very easily, right? Everybody starts somewhere. Not everybody has case studies straight off the bat, but people can still sign clients. And so I cover that in a separate video. And so as I say, to get from 0 to six figures, you can do that. It's so easy. And as I say, I go through how to sign clients on board without case studies in a separate video. Look out for that. It's also what I go through in the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program. As I say, that program churns out six-figure agency owners, and not everybody has, you know, amazing case studies to leverage straight off the bat. But getting back to my point, if you're at the higher level, you need to show proof that your system seriously works, right? To sign those 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20K per month clients, you need to show proof. That then, as I say, further fuels their belief in your product. When they truly believe that your product will get them to that second state, it doesn't matter about anything else at that point, okay? Unless it's the logistical objections where like they genuinely can't start for another 2 weeks, whatever it is, that's you know, that's an exception to the rule. But if they truly believe in your product, it's game over. You could slap a 10K price tag on the end of it, and you know, if they truly believe, and if their gap, right, if their state 1 to state 2 is big enough, they'll pay it because, you know, they know, they believe, they know, they're certain that your product will get them, or your service will get them from where they're at to where they've always wanted to get to. So they'll pay 10K for that. Obviously those numbers are interchangeable, but you get my point. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was slightly higher level. It was slightly confusing at some points. You know, if you're just trying to build a six-figure agency, probably not the most applicable to you. It can definitely help, but it's probably not the most applicable to you just because you kind of don't need it to build a six-figure agency. As I say, in the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program, I don't touch too much on this. Rather, I touch on other aspects that are super important, that are vital to get to six figures. And as I say, it churns out, it works consistently day in, day out. Six-figure agency owners are born off the back of that program because it works. As I say, I lay out everything that I personally did to get my own agency to six figures. So it works, I know firsthand. Plus I see it every day with students, right? However, what I've gone through in this video is kind of the next level. How to get to multiple six figures, how to get to seven figures with your agency. As I say, it's these types of concepts that I cover in my higher level program for six-figure agency owners, you know, agency owners who are already at six or multiple six figures and they want to get to the next level, higher up again. These are the types of concepts that I cover in there, and it's because they're so important to understand. As I say, for sales, for your discovery calls, for your sales calls, it's vital. But also because I show my high level students how to build just killer VSLs, right? Video sales letters for their agency. This same concept is also applied throughout that video sales letter, because at the end of the day, it's still a sales process. You still need to take them through that same process. So we cover it extensively in there as I show them how to build out the VSL. And then on top of that as well, it can be heavily leveraged in your copywriting, you know, for your Facebook ads, because you guys know long form just beats everything else, especially for high ticket products of like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K, whether it's one off or per month or retain or whatever. Higher ticket products, long copy is vital. And so we go through this same process, condense it down slightly, but we still go through this same process, this same sales process in that copywriting, because it consistently works the best. It consistently produces a 2+% CTR. Okay, so hopefully I didn't lose you too much. I hope it was valuable. Let me know in the comment section below if it was. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.